I'm Diane Gray with the Calaveras County Chamber of Commerce. The Painted Frogs of Calaveras was a community art project sponsored by the Calaveras County Chamber of Commerce and the Calaveras Arts Council. There were 25 glorious painted frogs displayed throughout the county, sponsored by businesses and organizations and individuals. You're about to see the story of these frogs and how they were created. When the businesses sponsored the frogs, they hired an artist to then decorate, design, or paint the frog according to the theme and the design that they picked. You're about to meet a couple of these artists and see how these frogs came to life.
Hi, my name is Susie Voss. Welcome to my garage. I'd like to introduce you to Mark. This is Mark Twain, one of the many frogs of Calaveras County. You may have seen them in your neighborhood. This is like a new species that's come to town. They started out as plain white fiberglass frogs, sort of like a big rock. This guy is a lot more serious, yet has a little twinkle in his eyes. I wanted to really represent Mark Twain and how I think he might have been as a person and a personality. So with that in mind, Mark had lots of hair. He's got this wonderful mustache, corncob pipe. He had huge eyebrows and lots of hair on his head. He typically wore all white, but that's a little monochromatic, so we varied it a little bit. Actually gave him buttons that stand out and a chain because I'm sure he had a watch fob. Starting from scratch with these frogs, we have to give them several coats of paint. So right now I'm sort of going over him and working on hands. He's not going to wear any jewelry. He's going to be very simple. Now altogether there's going to be about 30 frogs all over Calaveras County. Some will be character frogs, some have scenes painted on them. The artists are really given carte blanche to do whatever they want to with their frogs. As I mentioned, I love doing the character frogs. I tried to give Mark old eyes, wise eyes, some wrinkles, lots of eyebrows. He had enormous amounts of hair. And so I gave him a lot of hair. I hope he doesn't look like Colonel Sanders, but I wanted him to really give the impression of having a little touch of humor, a little twinkle in his eye, and yet really be an intelligent, wonderful human being, the kind of person I think he probably was in real life. I wish I could have known him. When this is finished, this will complete the frog, and I expect we should have the grand opening in another week or so. It's been a lot of fun working on it. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope to do some more.
Hello, I'm Kate Culver. I'm an artist from Mountain Ranch, and I'm here in this big warehouse to paint the 7th frog that I've been doing of this series. This frog is sponsored by Miller Construction and Ken Churches, the county farm advisor. It's been a challenge to find places to paint these frogs because they're so large. They don't fit in my art studio at home. So I'm in this comfortable warehouse today, and I hope to finish this frog today. It takes about 3 days. This frog has an education theme, and this theme was chosen by my sponsors. They suggested some bib overalls on a frog, and I'm painting some notebooks here, and have a little backpack that I'm working on that'll hold the frog's books. And they wanted tennis shoes on this frog, and that was sure a challenge. I wore my own tennis shoes so I could kind of look and get an idea, and it took me a long time to work out all the laces overlapping and all that, but I think it turned out kind of cute and gave it a lot of interest. And I paint with acrylic paints. They dry very quickly. And I like that about them, and they're nice and colorful and bright, and I can paint pretty fast. It takes up a lot of the time and the designing and just drawing everything on the frog. These frogs are made of fiberglass. They weigh about 60 pounds. They're made back in Chicago and shipped out here. And they're like painting a boulder. They're really kind of a strange item to work on as opposed to a flat canvas, because they're very contoured and have a lot of shapes that you have to consider, and how the lighting is. Like, you know, it's darker down in here and then brighter up here, and having a large, bigger design on the back. And it's been a lot of fun working on these frogs, and I've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed having people watch me and ask questions.
Hi, my name's Pat Mahaffey, and I was really honored to be able to do this frog. My theme on the frog is camouflage. As you can see, it is camouflaged with leaves and the dragonfly, and there's a dragonfly that matches on the other side, and different leaves all the way around it. At the present time, I've been working on a kind of lacy design that is filling in all the green, and it's pretty intricate. It helps bring out the leaves. I decided to do leaves because I've worked with leaves before, natural leaves from garden and elsewhere, and flowers that I pressed and made into scenes on pictures. And I was intrigued with that and thought I'd go ahead and carry that out with this frog. Rod, could you help me move this around so we could show them the rest of the frog? Sure. We could probably do it by the tablecloth and go, yeah. This is on my dining room table, and I'm anxious to get it off so we can dine again on our table. I've got a little bit more work to do on it, and I'm hoping to finish up in about 2 days. And there it is.
Hi, my name's Janie Nelson, and I'm working on one of the frogs for Calaveras, and this one is sponsored by the Bret Harte High School Sports Arena. What it pretty much will end up showing is all the sports that are performed and participated in at Bret Harte High School. I have designed 3 of the Murphy's Irish Days logos from past Irish Days. The one that is hanging in Murphy's during the event on the banners, that's one of my designs. So I felt that I could also have fun with another project like this. And Penny West from the Arts Council gave me a call and said she had a sponsor that was interested in a frog that promoted the sports arena at Bret Harte High School, and would I be interested? And so I said I'd put together a design and submit that, and the rest is history.
Hello, my name is Bambi Papayas, and this is my partner.
Hi, I'm Donna Perkins.
We co-own the Studio Gallery in Murphy's on Main Street, and we're painting this frog for the Arts Council and Chamber of Commerce.
And so our theme is Wildly Americana. Bambi is famous for her wildflowers, and I'm kind of known for my Americana themes. And so right here I've done a patchwork quilt, and even with the little stitches. And it's been a lot of fun.
So I'm working on the California poppies, and I'm using one of my note cards as a reference. I do a lot of wildflowers of the area. And like I said before, I usually paint in watercolor, so this is a little new for me to paint flowers in acrylic, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Well, this is our 49er frog, and it's unlike any of the other frogs that have been done to date. He is a very grizzled, authentic-looking miner. He's going to have a lot of hair. We did a lot of sculpting on him, and the sculpting isn't completed yet. He's going to be wearing typical 49er clothing, and we're going to be actually cutting off his hand and turning it and sculpting it so he'll be holding a pan of water with a gold nugget in it.
Only one.
Only one.
So he wasn't having much luck.
Yes. And he's an aged, old miner. So very unglamorous and not cutesy, very much of a typical miner of the time. Miner with an attitude. Don's been working on his chapeau, which is going to be a huge, wonderful piece that's going to be, you know, making him taller and stand out more, I think, than any of the other frogs. He's going to be quite large when we're done with him by the time we add all the extra pieces. We've put boots on him, sculpted boots, and so he is really one of the frogs that has been sculpted on the most. So we're looking forward to seeing how he turns on. This is a collaborative effort, and we've been having a lot of fun trying all these different materials.
Well, let's unveil it.
All right.
I want Susie to tell you just a few of the little things that she had to do to make this a girly but demure frog. Because if you've seen the floozy frog up in Angel's Camp, you'll realize she's at the other end of the spectrum.
That's right. Well, first of all, a beauty queen has got to know how to smile. I mean, if you look at these lovely ladies, I mean, their smiles are wonderful. So we had to concentrate on giving her a great smile. Well, if you've seen these frogs in the raw, they don't have lips, and they, of course, don't have teeth. So I had to build a beauty queen set of teeth and lips for her. So that was kind of a challenge. I sort of, for a while, felt like a dentist. You know, I was trying to put gums on and, you know, make the teeth line up, and so that was my dental hat. And then I sculpted her lips, was like sort of my plastic surgeon add collagen hat, but. So she had these big, wonderful lips, and let's see. Oh, she has a very demure figure, unlike the floozy frog. She's very, very demure, just a little, you know, just a little femininity there. She had to have her sash, and she had to have curly eyelashes, of course. And the funny story is, I had a tear coming out her eye when I did it, because beauty queens are always crying, and I think the fellows that sprayed her with her nice top coat thought that was a mistake, and they offed the tear. They took the tear away. And so I'm going to have to put a tear back here, because, well, you know, I know how you cry through your, you know, happiness, happy tears. And then she has her crown, of course. We tried to, you know, come up with a crown. She has her foo-foo hair. She has her do. And this is, you know, fairly casual and long, because I know you all wear long hair. And she has her gown encrusted with, you know, diamonds. 10-carat diamonds all over. And let's see, what else can I tell you about her? She's got a bracelet, and of course she has her, yes, and her silver opera gloves, and of course her bouquet of roses. So that's what started it all, bouquet of roses. So. Anyhow, I hope everyone enjoys her, and you know, bring a laugh to your work day. And every time people come in the door, what is this in a bank? But she was a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoyed it. So.
This particular frog is sponsored by Heritage Real Estate, Stephen Flagg Insurance, Ron Barrett Construction, Dree Hedrick of Central California Bank, Rico and Londa Aller, and Pannell's Carpet One. At this time, I'd like to introduce Pollak, Mccollum, Finley. She's a local artist who actually created this frog.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say I created it. It came with a lot of prayer, so I think the big guy did it. I just got to help. We want to make a special thank you to Walt from Gateway Press because he just came through for me like a trooper with some printing that was not logical to do and not profitable. So we want to thank him. I did my best to catch the essence of what I see in the beautiful children here being taught by these wonderful people at CFLC that teach our children.
Well, we are thrilled to be in partnership with the school. We believe in what they're doing, and the frog is just going to be a great asset, wonderful addition, and I would encourage everyone to consider how they might help out in making that sports court and the playground possible, because our children do need a safe place to play. So Carla, are you ready? Let's hear a big hand for the frog.
Hello everybody, my name is Nick Baptista. I'm the Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today to unveil the 19th frog on the trail of the painted frogs of Calaveras County. And it's the 19th unveiling, but it's the 24th frog that we have for the upcoming frog auction. The Angels Camp Police Department Explorer Program wanted a frog of their own and went out and found 16 businesses to pitch in and sponsor a part of this frog that we're about to unveil. To my left is the artist Janie Nelson, who decorated the frog. And I'll let you introduce yourself. I'm sorry, Cheryl?
Cheryl with the Angels Camp Police Department.
The explorers went to Jackson Rancheria. I want to thank Jackson Rancheria for donating the funds to sponsor the cost of purchasing the frog. And they also want to thank the 15 businesses who pitched in and helped pay for the artist to create this beautiful frog. Those businesses are Safe Self Storage, Angels Sewer and Drain, the Paint and Body Shop, Wayne and Sons Automotive, Calaveras Glass, Angels Realty, Ferrea's Sewing Machine and Vacuums, Gold Rush Body Shop, Country Cloth Shop, Copy Center, Moore's Food Market, Exxon, Angels Nails, Far East, Sutton Trucking, and Froggy's Car Wash. There's also the possibility that you may find somebody, one of your friends, who will buy the frog and then donate it back to the City of Angels. Jenny, would you like to say a few words about the frog? Without giving us too much detail, sort of your inspiration for the frog?
Well, you can look around at a couple of the officers and get a clue.
Okay.
And I thank them for their guidance in designing the frog, and Cheryl, your help too. It was a lot of fun.
Tony, would you like to come up and add a few words, talk about the Explorer program, talk about the police department?
Thank you. We're real proud of our explorers. They're our working force. They're not just kids working or hanging out the police department. They are a major part of our police department. They do a lot of work for us, including filing in our police department, helping us with moving evidence. Girls, you do about everything else, parking vehicles and keeping us on our toes. And we're very proud of our explorers. And we're also proud of Cheryl here, who's been running these explorers for 9 years. And I'm on a hill. She's really not that short. But and I don't know who this frog looks like, but we'll see.
Well, are we ready to unveil the frog?
Let's have explorers.
We're here to unveil the second to the last of the 2 remaining frogs in the Painted Frog of Calaveras Community Art Project. This particular frog has been sponsored by Don Bose Design, and Don Bose and Susie Voss, the artist, worked together in designing this frog.
Yeah, this has been quite a trial effort in this thing. We went through an awful lot of foam and Bondo and all kinds of stuff to make the relief that it is, and I promised that we would unveil it at 5:24. I've got about 40 seconds left. So we had to do the hat twice. This one is much better than the first, but there's a few little ragged edges here and there, but it represents this old codger miner that just had really a battle with life. You can see his shoes are, his boots are worn through, his toes are sticking out on both sides, and he hasn't had probably a shave in several years, and so I think we'll let you see now what we created here. Truly a representation of the gold rush and Calaveras County. Here's 49er frog.
In our area, Don and I thought that, boy, we should really have a frog that represents the history of Calaveras County, because it's all about the 49ers. This is probably the most realistic, grizzly, unattractive frog that I've done so far. Most of my character frogs have been quite foo-foo and or dignified, but this guy, I think you'll agree, is probably, you know, the most typical. If you ever thought about someone who was out there hunting for gold and digging through the tundra to find that good sparkly stuff, this would be the guy, the 49er frog. He was a lot of fun to do. We actually did some surgery on him. We moved one of his hands so that he could be holding the gold pan. We added a lot to him, and he probably has ended up being the largest headed frog of any of the painted frogs of Calaveras. So we hope you enjoy him.
Okay, we're here today to unveil the 25th frog in the Painted Frogs of Calaveras Community Art Project. And this frog has been sponsored by Dwayne Papias and Forest Meadows Properties. So let's go ahead and unveil this frog. Ready?
Hello and welcome to historic Angels Camp, California. We're located in the foothills of the Sierra on Highway 49. Our area was known for the center of the gold rush. And I'm standing here on the corner of Bird's Way. Bird's Way, one of the oldest streets in Angels Camp, comprised about 20 lots. Imagine, if you will, these lots were made up of rickety buildings and tents. The Chinese settled here, and the area was known as Chinatown. Chinese were merchants. They had many businesses here, vegetable gardens. They were very self-sufficient. Also, Bird's Way was known for gambling dens. And because this was sort of an entertaining area of Angels Camp, we made Belle of Bird's Way. My name is Susie Voss. I'm the artist of Belle. We think Belle may have been representative of some of the ladies that passed through our town in the olden days. Belle is one of the almost 30 painted frogs of Calaveras. And I don't know, maybe I'm just prejudiced, but I think she's the prettiest.
Following are scenes from the gala auction event in which the frogs were auctioned off. Originally, when the businesses and organizations and individuals sponsored frogs, they selected a charity which would benefit from the auction of these glorious works of art. The gala auction was a fun event and raised almost $150,000 for the various charities selected by our wonderful sponsors.
Each sponsor committed $1,500 to buy a frog. Many of them spent $500 or more for the local artists to help decorate these frogs. And tonight they're going to release the frogs back to the wild, to this wild crowd of bidders. In addition, I'd like to thank you, the audience, which sight unseen grasps the scale of this project that we are doing, and you guys came out in Grove tonight. I really appreciate it. Tonight is more than an auction. It is a celebration of our art and culture, our heritage, our history, and our diverse communities in these frogs. When we first talked about this project, there was some skepticism. There was talk that only Angels Camp would embrace the fiberglass frogs. But true to Mark Twain's title of his short story, The Celebrated Jumping Frogs of Calaveras County, all of our communities showed great support, from the lumberjack frog in Arnold, to the copper mining frog in Copperopolis, to the patriotic frog in Valley Springs, and to the 49er frog in Murphy's, and to the mermaid frog in San Andreas. Everybody jumped aboard the frog bandwagon. And now, through the act of the generosity of our sponsors, many of Calaveras County's charities, nonprofits, and youth programs will benefit tonight. And let's make one thing clear. Every dollar that is bid on the frogs tonight will go directly to these groups. With the help of our local Interact clubs, It's time to serve dinner. It's a Cajun fest and time to celebrate our Mardi Gras. And we'll have the raffle at 8:30. Thank you very much. We're just a few moments away from the raffle of the chamber frog. But before we do that, there are a lot of people who made tonight possible. But we have one person who is the prime mover, and without her efforts and her sacrifice, we would not be having so much fun tonight. I'd like the Calaveras County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Diane Gray to come up, to step forward. Diane, we have a small token of appreciation to show our appreciation and gratitude for all the hard work that you put into this great event.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Miss Calaveras County 2003, Crystal Jennings. Who will be selecting the lucky winner of the first frog of the painted frogs of Calaveras County, the chamber frog. We'll be picking the lucky winner of tonight's chamber frog. Crystal, let us roll this up a little bit, and then we'll...
Roll good, Chris.
Whoops.
Come on, Crystal!
Go ahead. Oh, no. The lucky number, 0, 4, 5, 0. Do we have a winner? 0, 4, 5, 0. Thank you, Crystal. Is it Scott?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Scott?
Yes, Scott Bird.
Scott Bird from
Stark Realty.
Stark Realty
Yeah.
is the lucky winner. You want to kiss your frog? And at this time, I'd like to introduce Jim Bailey and Merle Luckin, who will take you the rest of the way tonight as our auctioneers.
Hello, folks. Get set for a great evening. I'm going to do a little ad-libbing here while Jim gets hooked up. Jim, I got to tell you one thing. There's a lot of folks here tonight that I've been wanting to put the arm on for a long time for money. And tonight's the night. So this is going to be the Bailey and Luckin show tonight while we auction these frogs off, and we want you folks to really get into the spirit of it. Bidding is a lot of fun if you join in and get the right attitude about it. Pretend, for instance, that you're playing with Reno chips, not your own money. Easy to do, easy to do. Number 17 is the mermaid. We've had a lot of interest in the mermaid. I got 2,000.
I got 2,000 up there.
I got 2,000. Give me 2,100. I got 21, now 22. 2,500 right back here.
25 in the back.
2,500 right back here. 2,500 right back here. Who'll give me 26? I got 25. Who'll give me 26?
26 back behind me, Merle, right here.
All right, 26, now 27.
$2,600 back over here.
26, now 27. I got 26 over here. Who'll give me 27?
I got 26.
Come, folks. It's a mermaid. I'm at 26. I need...
That's right.
No, I'm right over here with 26. Looking for 27, Doug. 2,700 right here, now 28.
There it is down there.
2,700, now 28. 2,700 I got right here, now 28. 28? No.
Ladies and gentlemen,
right here.
Look at that. Look
28,
at that.
now 29.
I got 28.
28. I got 28 right back in the corner.
There you are. You're the one.
28, now 29.
Look at that beautiful mermaid, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, it's a one of a kind.
Hey, it's a beauty. Come on.
$2,800.
Help the hospital foundation.
$2,800
28
right
going
there.
once.
That young lady.
I'm looking for 29.
$2,800.
28 going twice. Sold it for $2,800.
$2,800. That young lady right there. Of course, the adult literacy program helps Calaveras County residents learn how to read. And of course, hopefully they'll read the Enterprise and make Nick very happy. I got 16 over here. I got 17 in the corner. He was there first, sir. I got 18 right here. I got 19. You guys are going to the same time. I got 2,000. I got 21. I got 22 over here. These guys have got to go quicker. I got 23. Fast, Jack. You got to tell them the rate. 2,400. It's a bidding war on my side. I got 2,500 on this side. They're going fast. 2,500 on this. I got 26. You got to go faster. Make a big jump. I got 26 on this side. Get them at 3. They'll go away. 2,700 on this side. I got 2,700 over here. I got 28 right there. That little lady right there. 2,800. She says 20. 29 is what I got to have. She says yes. $2,900 right there. $3,000. I got $3,000 on this side. Who else do I have? $3,000 for the Mark Twain frog. It's for a good cause, helping adult literacy in Calaveras County. So I got $3,100 over here. I got $3,200 right next to him. I got $3,200 for this. $3,300 right there. That young lady right there. $3,300. You guys at this end of the room, you get you some coffee or something? $3,300 over here. I got $3,300 right here. He's scared. $3,300, Jack. What happened to this table over here? They left me. $3,300. I got $3,300 here. I got $3,300 going once. I got $3,300 going twice. I got $3,300. Oh, whoa! $3,400 in the corner. $3,400 back in that corner right there. Good job, sir. I got $3,400 going once. We're going to put the pressure on you. I got $3,500 going. $3,500. Don't let it get away, sir. $3,500. $3,500, that young lady right there. I got $3,500 going once. I got $3,500 going twice. She's going to get that very nice frog. $3,500. Sold. The $3,500, that young lady right there.
All right, folks. This is the Angels Food Market, Pacific State Bank, Pinnell's Carpet One, and Middleton's frog.
That's a lot of sponsors.
Yes, and the artist is Janie Nelson, and it's going to benefit the Bret Hart Angels Incorporated group. And if memory serves me correctly, that has something to do with sports at Bret Hart High School, I do believe. Who'll take me to 20? Why not? I got 20 right back here. Seek and ye shall find. How about 22?
I got 25, Merle.
25 over here.
We want to see some life down there.
How about 26? I got 26, now 27.
27 up here, Merle.
How about a
Right
nice
here.
round even 30? Do I dare say that? All right,
find
Jim,
out.
hold on just a second.
Yes, sir.
The president of the association just advised me that they have an anonymous donation of $50,000 already in the bank. If anyone wants to go above that, you may do so. Otherwise, we thank you for your bidding and we'll stop this at 50 grand. Is that the idea? All right. Anybody want to go above 50? All right, that being the case.
$50,000 going once.
Yeah.
$50,000 going twice. $50,000 going three
You're-
times. It is a done deal.
Hey, a nice hand for all of our bidders.
Congratulations, Merle.